Greetings Internet, welcome to Aaron Plays, and I hope you're doing fantastically well. So this will be my episode 9, which is turn 9 of my playthrough of the Fields of Fire Normandy 1944 Mission 1. And, well, it looks like I've got to hold on effectively because there's only 2 more turns to go. And I had 3 objectives. I had to clear these 2 rows, which has been done, and I had to secure this and this card, which has been done, but I've got to keep them secure. There are enemy units firing from off map. This is all part of the map. This is the extended map. I can't advance into those cards. My limit of advance is here. So that's where my battalion commander is deemed that I can't advance beyond. So I can fire into these cards, but I can't advance to engage the enemy. But I've got the objective have been secured. Secured is the hex is clear of enemy, and I've got units on there. So I'm going to keep reinforcing these 2 cards. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to engage with these, because the last thing I want to do is activate one of these, and they, well, don't think they can move sideways. They'll probably come back here, but there could be more fire brought out. That's 2 experience points I'm giving up. Do I really want to advance into open fields when I don't need to? No. So that then leaves, I've still got 3rd platoon in reserve. 1st platoon's over here. 2nd platoon's here. I'm going to say reinforce these 2 cards respectively. Also, I want to get this casualty back to the casualty point. I tried last time to get enough commands to do it. I could have moved the Jeep up, but I've left it back there. I haven't really got to grips with the vehicle rules yet. I'll probably do that when I need to get tanks, but apparently I can put a machine gun into this, or I can even have the artillery officer moving around in it. But in Normandy, a lot of the cards have the word slow and no on it, and yeah, there's no sort of easy routes. So I've got to learn about vehicles. I know. Then we have our command display. So we've got 2 turns left. I am still mourning the loss of my company veteran sergeant and my XO officer. These here are the experience points I'll collect at the end. I will also gain experience points, and I'll go through that once we get to that point. So effectively, I'm hoping that there's going to be no German counterattack to come back onto the map. I think I need to garrison some of these cards just in case. I haven't read in detail the counterattack rules. I thought I'd wait to be surprised by what actually happens with that when it happens. Though, by judging by what's written on Board Game Geek, it can be a hair-raising experience. So we shall see if it happens. If it doesn't, good. That's all I can say. So we are beginning turn 9, and the first thing we're going to do, as we do every turn, is the friendly HQ event phase. So I draw a card, and if we get a little radio symbol, we get a HQ event. We do not get a HQ event. That's good. So we go to the friendly command phase, where the battalion HQ activates my CO. So just flip that over, and that's literally all that happens at that point. We then go to the CO HQ impulse phase to see how many commands he has. So we draw a card for him. Great. 2. Get excited and you get 2. Okay, he's not undercover and he's green, so he actually loses. We are engaged. I better just double check that we've got 2 cards with volumes of fire on them. Yeah, so we are engaged. So yeah, that doesn't change that then. So we get 2 orders, which becomes 1 order because he's green. Oh dear. So that means these guys will be operating under their own initiative, most likely. Is there anything I directly need to do? I could activate these, or I could just let them go on their initiative and save his one command. Yay, one command. I think I will save his one command for turn 10 if I need it. So we're going to let the platoons work on their own initiative. Okay, so that ends the COHQ impulse, and we go to the initiative segment, and we have platoon HQ initiative, and we will start with first platoon. So we're looking at the smaller number on the cards. He gets 1, which becomes 0. Now is he undercover? Where is he? First platoon commander. I think they are all under, they're all under this strong point. So he gets +1 being undercover, and then -1 for being green. So he gets 1 command. Yippee doo-dah. Let me just think about this. I haven't really laid that out very well. Last time, no, he's not undercover. Right, the artillery officer is. They did a platoon move. Okay, no, they must be undercover then. All right, he ordered the fire team to come out here. So yes, I'm remembering now. Yeah, I'll better show it better this way. This was left over here. That was from the XO. Yeah, this is all from the XO. That's all outside the cover. No, he was in the cover as well, wasn't he, when he got shot? Go on, think back about 5 episodes ago. So that's one undercover. The only thing wasn't, the casualty wasn't under the cover. And the fire team was, and I sent him out there to pick up the casualty. So I can't order him. So I've got 1 order. We have got a squad on that counter. Okay, I want a squad in here as well. So we know there's a trench there. So first platoon, HQ spends his 1 order and, yeah, he sends 3rd squad into the trench. There we go. As soon as they get there, they've got line of sight to this dude. So he will then, this is what I forgot to do last time. So he places a PDF up there. He then, it's still small arms. So that will then, because they're being fired at from this card and this card, this puts a crossfire on this card. Okay. That's him, and yes, I have to mark him as exposed. There we go. Assault team is not in the cover. Okay. And they're pinned. That's right, yes. Okay, so that is first squad completed for this turn. Unless again, obviously, I spend some initiative on them. So we'll mark him in there. Right, second platoon. Now I don't have to do these in order. I could have done second platoon first, but oh, for Pete's sake, another one, which becomes 0. And is he undercover? Can't remember. Where is he? No, he's not. So therefore, that goes to 0. And he has 0, so he actually has no commands to spend. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This has been the tale of this particular game, really, is a lack of command. Right, third platoon. I'll get the shuffle, and he gets 2. Is he undercover? Where is third platoon? He's up here. Yes, that whole platoon was open. They advanced into cover, so he's undercover. Because when you're undercover, I should actually show on here. Right, commands. There we go. So command draw modifiers. Pinned is -1, green is -1, undercover is +1. Current activity is engaged. It's not no contact. So he gets +1, -1. He drew a 1. No, well, he drew 2. Oh, so he's got 2. And he's got 2 saved. That takes him to 4. Is there much I actually want to do with my third platoon? Oh, and I should reshuffle now. No. Is there much I actually want to do with my third platoon? Actually, there is. I want to occupy this card with something a bit better than a paralyzed dude. So we will move a squad into that foxhole as well. So they're going to be marked as exposed. So that's one order. You know what? He will move in there as well, into the foxhole, mark him as exposed. So that's 2 orders. Yeah, I'm just trying to show that they're all under the foxhole. His third order, how many did he have again? I mean, was it 4? 4. So he's used 2. He's moved up there himself. I want to move this over to first platoon so I can reabsorb it. The reason why, okay, there is a reason behind the logic here. At the end of the scenario, mission, if you want to call it, if he's still paralyzed, he counts as a green unit. If I can get him rallied and back into a squad, he'll be back to being a line unit. So my third order is to make that a litter team. So I'm changing his state, and that's automatic because he's not under volume of fire. And the fourth order is to actually move it to this card here and mark him as exposed. Move. You can move to that card because there's no volume of fire on it. He's a lap team, so they are restricted by what kind of moves they can do. I'm just going to double check. A litter team can move, infiltrate to an adjacent card, but only if that card is a staging area or is a friendly occupied and has no volume of fire on it. Then why you shouldn't be able to infiltrate then, because you can't infiltrate unless there's a volume of fire. Maybe they're just being a little bit pedantic on that one. So, and if I can get to rally him again, he will then become a fire team, and then I can integrate him back into this squad. Okay, so that's the leader of third platoon. Actually did something. Used all 4 of his commands: moving the squad up, moving himself up, rallying the paralyzed unit into a litter team, and then moving the litter team. That was his 4 orders. He actually did something. There we go. Let's flip that over. Right, so not a dramatic lot happening from my guys, is there? Okay, so now we have the CO Staff Initiative Impulse. There is none. So it's the General Initiative Impulse. Okay, so let's draw a card and please give me something decent. 2. Yeah, not too bad, I suppose. That thing goes. It's all right. I've got 2 General Initiative. We've got a squad on each of those. That's fine. Again, I want to. Right, so he's got 2 on him, so he could absorb a step. Now I don't know if he can do it himself or does he need someone to tell him to do it. Let me check on that one. Okay, there's certain commands that you can't do in the General Initiative. but actually supplementing a squad you can do. What you can't do is you can't reconstitute a squad, i.e. build one from scratch. So I've got two orders. What do I want to do? We could bring him into that squad. Are there any different areas? Does that matter? You'd have to move into the area and then be, because they've got to be in the same area to do so. I've only got two. Well, actually, the first one we want to do is we want to get these guys, these casualties, to the casualty evacuation point. So they bring him to there, ready to be evacuated when we get to that point. So that's one. So I've got one left. Now let's bring do we want to bring some heavier fire on? Yeah, don't like being shot at. So there's still no PDF on this card. Where's artillery? My artillery observer is here. I've only got two, so my artillery can't do anything either. I'll tell you what then. We'll move him into cover. Again, we can't infiltrate because there's no volume of fire on this card as yet. So we'll infiltrate the assault team into the trench. Okay, so that's my two independent orders done. Not ideal, but there we go. Right, next up then, we have the enemy, Germans. Do they get a HQ event? This is the point where I'm hoping they don't. Looking for radio symbol down there. No, they don't. Phew. Right, so enemy activity check. So how many active cards do we have enemy on? We effectively have two here and one there. So I'm going to use those little counters again because I like them. One there, one there, and one over there. Right, 1, 2, 3, left to right. This is to determine which card we do first. Card number 3, that's with that paralyzed guy. Paralyzed team, not on an opposing unit's card. Auto, no action. Doesn't do anything. Right at the bottom there, paralyzed. Okay. If I started shooting him, he might just disappear. But we can't go and capture him, unfortunately. We can't get up there. So that's effectively done. Right, we have card 1 and 2 between these two. Again, left to right. The shuffle comes up again. We're looking at card number 1. And that is too far. That's this guy here. Right, so currently he is firing on my guys over here. So we have a squad firefight. We haven't spotted. That was a good point. I could have spent the initiative to spot him. Oh well, we didn't do that. So what are we going to do? Oh, so I'll work out what he's doing. So we'll go down to here. Right, so he's not on the same card. He's not under fire, but has a valid target along his PDF. So he's going to try and do a concentrate fire. It's an automatic attempt. He's not green, he's line. He's a line, dudes. So he's looking for the roundel symbol, which he's got there. But it twice doesn't make any difference. He's just got the concentrated fire on this card here. So I'll draw a concentrated fire marker. Oh, there's not one there. Okay, so I've got to actually physically pick up the card. Where is it? Concentrated fire. Oh, it's on that card. Well, on that unit there. Boom. Right, moving along. that's him done. That leaves him. He is currently, oh, there's a little team in there. First of all, we have to do the little team that is pinned. So again, we're looking at this. Oh, here, looking at little pinned on same card, pinned not undercover, or pinned undercover. I can't remember if he's undercover or not. No, he's not undercover. Okay, so pinned, not undercover. We're looking at 1 to 3 actions. Oh, 1 to 5, because it's the no leaders there. 1 to 5. So, yeah, let's see what he does. Draw a card for him. Looking under number 5. Says he does option 1, which is pinned, not undercover. Option 1, no action. They're basically chewing dirt. So we then do the other guy, which is undercover. He has got a machine gun and he's in good order. So we'll be using this. Not the same card as an enemy unit. He's not under fire. Oh, sorry, he is under fire, but he has line of sight. Not under fire, but has a valid target along his PDF, but he is not. Under fire, but not undercover. He is under fire from a different direction to his own PDF, which he is. So let's see. It's a 1 to 4 draw. And he draws a 1 as well, which is under fire from a different direction, 1 to 4. Looking at the deliberate, yeah, that's no action. So he keeps on firing where he's firing. He doesn't try to concentrate fire or anything like that. So that's that card done.
I'm sure how to help you with that.
Let's just flip that counter. There we go, all done. So we then move that down to the bottom. Oh, no, I don't want to clean up. Wrong. Clear enemy activity. Okay. Well, there's no activity in the capture segment. Retreat segment, there's none in that either. It mainly relies on under volume of fire. We have no activated vehicles. There's no, so we're now into the mutual combat phase. There's no off-board artillery. Potential contacts, I haven't gone to see any more potential contacts. Pinned recovery. Is there anyone that's pinned and not under a volume of fire? No. No, that's okay. Combat effect segment. Okay, so there are a couple. Remember, this is all happening simultaneously. So we'll start left to right, top row. So this is the first card that's been affected. Okay, so present moment, we've got still only got small arms fire on it. We didn't bring the machine gun up. So small arms, +1 for the terrain, -1 for the crossfire. It's been fired on from 2 directions, so it's still 0 modifier. Then you've got the +1 for pin and or +1 for the foxhole. So net is +1. Correct? +1, +2, -1. Yeah, +1 in both cases. So we'll look for the lat team first at +1. Draw card. That's a miss, so he'll become unpinned. And on the guy that's in the foxhole, draw a card, +1. He becomes pinned. Well, that's an easy transfer of a counter, isn't it? You're no longer pinned, and you are. Boom. Now, we don't adjust any volumes of fire until this is all dealt with. Okay, so that's the only shots on that. Over to this card. Right. We are under automatic weapon fire from the machine gun, and they concentrated fire. So I need to mark concentrated fire means they consume twice the amount of ammo. So at state, he was at 4, he'll go down to 2. Now the actual effect. So it's -1, crossfire -2, because he's been fired from those 2 cards, and concentrated fire -3. However, he's got +1 for the natural terrain, +2 for the trench, and +1 for being pinned. So it's +4 -3 is net +1. So let's have a look. Net +1. Draw a card. darn it, he's hit. Oh! And the effect of the hit, oh dear, he's a line unit. That's a casualty and a paralysed. Okay, that's not nice. Thank you, game system. Okay, right, so we've got to draw 2 lats from this. So pull a lat team. Okay, that is paralysed. Well, I'll tell you what, we might as well keep that because draw another lat team. Pull a lat team. Okay, and then pull a casualty. Right, because we've taken effectively 1 loss as a casualty. The assault team is what's left, and this guy becomes a, where is it? Paralysed. That wasn't very nice. Those 2 are effectively pinned. And this is removed. I don't like that. I'm going to put that there temporarily. So you're going to have to build that back up. That could be a green squad. That was a bit rude. Especially with a casualty. I don't think I'm going to get time to get him off. Okay, well, we still have that card secure because we do have a unit in there that is, well, does it say good order? Yeah, I might have to check that. Do pinned units, keep the card secure. Yeah, a secure card is a cleared card with a unit occupied, one of my units occupying it. It doesn't say anything about it happens to be a good ordered unit or a pinned unit. So I think even a paralysed unit could do it because it's been occupied by one of my units. Casualty, obviously not. So yeah, okay. I don't like losing guys. Sorry, I just don't. But it happens. You know, if you don't like losing them, they're done. Anywho, that's the end of the combat effects segment. We're going on to the cleanup phase. So let me click the cleanup. Are you sure you want to clean up? Okay. So let's see what the effect of all that was. So we removed the pyrotechnic, smoke, etc., etc. Evacuate casualties. So he is at the casualty collection. So basically someone, some orderlies or whomever, take him to, where does he take him to? That one there, casualties evacuated. So that's okay, we've got 1 guy evacuated. Says enemies firing at cards without valid target shift or cease fire. No, that looked like they're firing at valid targets, so they're okay. And then I've got to evaluate the volumes of fire, etc. Right. So this guy now is not able to project a volume of fire onto this card because he has only got the assault team left, and they, unfortunately, can only hit point blank. So this now becomes a flip. And then a rotate, because there's only enemies that are shooting that way. Okay. So the machine gun is still putting a volume of fire of -1 on there, so that's correct. This unit is still firing on it, that's correct, so there's still a crossfire. Notice that the concentrated fire is gone, because you have to reapply for that each turn. However, the German unit here is pinned. So this is now downgraded from a automatic fire to a small arms fire. What's actually happening is this unit's providing small arms fire. This one's providing what is called the all pinned. Because you take the best modifier, which for them would be from the small arms. So that their fire has degraded slightly, but they are still provided, even though they're pinned, they still provide a crossfire. From my point of view, these guys are firing into here, which is still small arms fire. We're not pinned. PDF is correct. However, the crossfire is now gone because I'm not firing from this direction. So that is now removed. Okay. I think that's everything there. Keep pressing the wrong key. I want to go. Ah, did it again. All right, so we're into the last turn. If the situation remains as it is, I've won the mission, but I've taken some losses. I'm going to try in the last turn repair my guys as much as possible, and then I'll do the mission interlude ready to set up for the next mission. If I still manage to win, you never know. In the German activation, they might get a HQ event that will cause a counter-attack, and then I lose the mission. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that, please give it a thumbs up. It all helps the channel. If you enjoy what I do generally, please subscribe and mark the notification bell to let know any content I do. And comments, I answer them. They all help the channel. If I did something wrong or you think I could have done better, even from a planning perspective, never mind a rules error. If you think, hey, you could have done that better and such forth, let me know in the comments, because it all helps anybody else who decides to read the comments too. And if you really do enjoy what I do, think of becoming a channel member. This doesn't cost too much. I think it's about £1.99, and it helps me get better software, better speakers, etc., etc., or get a decent cup of coffee. Entirely down to you. The main thing is, if you could like the video, that's more than enough to help a dude out. But until next time, play games, have fun, and finally, goodbye, Internet.